Herzlich willkommen. Bienvenue, benvenuti, bienvenidos, bem-vindos, velkomna, hwanjing, falche, agus yokoso. We are delighted to welcome you to this special event broadcasting live from Coffee Break HQ here in Scotland. If you're watching live, please let us know where you're watching from in the chat, and if you're joining us after the event for the replay, you're also very welcome. We have a lot to get through today, and for the first part of this live stream, I'm going to be focusing on sharing our announcements with you. If you do have any questions, please feel free to share them in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer them in the second part of the event. Now, over the past week, we have been running the Great Coffee Break Treasure Hunt of 2024, and today I'll reveal the mystery locations and the winners of our amazing prizes, so stay tuned. Before that, however, we are going to take a quick look back over the past year to update you on all the fantastic resources available here at Coffee Break to help you build your language skills where and when it suits you. From our humble beginnings with the very first Coffee Break lesson in 2006, we've gone on to empower millions of language learners worldwide, delivering over 400 million lessons that have transformed the way people can turn their downtime into do time, learning a language on their coffee break. We recently marked our 18th anniversary, and the Coffee Break team gathered to celebrate this milestone and to reflect on what we've built together. We also have some exciting news to share. Coffee Break Languages podcast has won a prestigious award. The Lovey Awards celebrate the best of the European internet, recognising excellence in the fields of culture, technology and business. And we were delighted to discover last week that Coffee Break Italian has won the People's Lovey for the best science and education podcast in Europe. In addition, the jury in the International Academy of Digital Arts and Sciences awarded a bronze award to Coffee Break Italian in the overall podcast category. Since this time last year, we've published hundreds of new lessons over our 9 Coffee Break languages. A very important part of what we do is provide free language lessons through our podcasts and videos. And I'm delighted to confirm that this year we've delivered more free language lessons than ever before. 28 million, and that equates to roughly 500 million minutes of Coffee Break content helping learners around the world. In the Coffee Break Academy, where we host our online courses, almost 1,000 lessons are completed every day. And on the Coffee Break TV web platform and app, members have watched over 112,000 short 5, 10 or 15-minute video lessons. This time last year, there were 600 video lessons in the club, and we've extended this by adding a further 750 video lessons to the library. We'll be telling you more about Coffee Break TV later, so stay tuned for that. The Coffee Break show launched a year ago, and we've added 90 episodes across English, French, Italian, German and Spanish, answering the most pressing questions and discussing the most common difficulties experienced by learners.
Bienvenue at Coffee Break French!
Welcome to the Coffee Break French show.
Ciao e benvenuti e bentrovati a Coffee Break Italian.
Benvenuti a Coffee Break Italian.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu Coffee Break German.
Welcome to the Coffee Break German show.
Bienvenidos a Coffee Break Spanish.
Welcome to the Coffee Break Spanish Show.
Moi c'est Marc.
Je suis Max.
Et moi c'est Pierre Benoît.
Io sono Maurizio.
E io sono Francesca.
Ich heiße Thomas.
Yo soy Concha.
Y yo soy Anabel.
What are we talking about today? We're talking about the little words like o, du, de, le.
We are going to look at some differences between the preposition die and the preposition da.
Wir lernen, wie ein Deutsch-Muttersprachler zu reden.
We're learning how to speak like a native German speaker.
We are going to share with our learners some tricks to interact in cafes and shops and sound like a native speaker.
Alors, on va commencer?
On y va.
C'est parti.
Cominciamo.
Bist du bereit?
Ich bin bereit.
Los geht's.
Pues empezamos.
Venga, vamos allá.
The show is available in our podcast feeds and on our YouTube channels. So if you've not caught up on these episodes, make sure you do so. The theme for this event is the next step, and learning a language is all about taking that next step. Perhaps you're about to take a big step travelling to the country to put your language skills to the test, or maybe your next step is simply to listen to a podcast, do an exercise, or watch the latest episode of a French show you've been enjoying. The key is moving forward, continually moving forward, and making sure your language learning is little and often. Another way in which we help you do this is with our free Friday email lessons. Here's Francesca from the Coffee Break Italian team to tell you a little more.
Ciao! In Italian we have a saying, piano piano si va lontano. And this means that taking small steps and taking things gradually pays off in the end. I'm sure you know the story about the hare and the tortoise and who actually wins the race. Well, as Mark said, our Friday emails will help you win the race. We really enjoy putting these mini lessons together for you. And together with the rest of the Coffee Break team, we share tips on language, culture, pronunciation, and lots more. And the Coffee Break community love receiving these email lessons, as you can see. So if you're not already signed up to receive our lessons, make sure you do so. We are publishing lessons in French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Swedish, Gaelic, and of course Italian at the moment. Just head to coffeebreaklanguages.com/newsletter.
Grazie, Francesca. Now, if you only do one thing after watching this event, I would recommend that you sign up for our Friday email lessons. This will be a great way to ensure that even if you have the busiest of weeks, you'll still be able to fit in a little bit of language learning. And as a special bonus, our community also receives an email on Mondays with some language learning inspiration or coffee break updates from me too. And we'll be sending out a summary of everything we share today, either later on today or first thing tomorrow. As Francesca said, just go to coffeebreaklanguages.com/newsletter to sign up. This time last year, we announced that we were adding Italian to our range of Masterclass courses. Since then, over 300 Italian students have taken this advanced course. Along with our French and Spanish Masterclasses, these courses are part of our guided learning offerings. So what exactly is guided learning? Well, while, for example, Coffee Break French Level 1 or Coffee Break Spanish Level 2 and so on are self-access courses where you can work through the materials at your own speed, our guided learning courses provide much more. From exclusive resources to teacher feedback and even live conversation classes, guiding you every step of the way so that you know exactly how to make the most out of the materials and all of the teaching that surrounds the content. We're developing the concept of guided learning further and plan to launch more of these types of courses in 2025. And we've already started a pilot guided learning version of our advanced Spanish course, La Penúltima Voluntad. And a new cohort of this amazing course is starting in the new year. The level of the course is high B2 C1, so if you've completed Coffee Break Spanish levels 1 to 4, it's the perfect course for you to advance far beyond your existing level, all the time following a fantastic story and benefiting from all of the guided learning resources provided. There will be more information on this nearer the time. We'll also share more information about what's next for the Masterclass in the new year. Moving on now to the Coffee Break Club. The club is our on-demand video library, which is available exclusively on the Coffee Break TV app and website. Here's our product manager, Eva, to tell you a little more.
Thanks, Mark. The Coffee Break Club has gone from strength to strength over the past year, and we've been delighted to welcome many new learners who continue to enjoy our video lessons, which are varying lengths, so however long you have, there's a lesson for you. The club is aimed at upper beginner to intermediate level, and with a huge range of video types, there really is something for everyone. We have reading practice lessons in the form of our discovery videos, grammar explanations focusing on tricky aspects of the language, translation challenges in which you can test your ability to translate into the language, and many more. This year we've added 2 new types of videos. In our Coffee Break in the Sun videos, you can build your knowledge of verbal constructions while enjoying some picturesque, sunny scenery. And in possibly the most popular video series we've added, Walk, Talk and Learn, you can increase your understanding of real examples of the language you see around you when travelling, which we then explain with further examples in the studio. We have some exciting announcements for club members today, and I'll be back a bit later to share some of those with you. For now, back to Mark.
Thanks, Eva. One of the comments I hear most regularly from learners is that while they have the motivation to learn and want to continue to move forward, sometimes deciding what to do today can be the challenge. The club is the answer to that. It's like having your favourite teacher in your pocket. Simply log on to the website or open the app on your device. And within seconds, you're learning or practicing an element of the language with an expert teacher who will be able to explain exactly how the language works. Now, as Eva said earlier, we have some exciting news about the club, but more about that a little later. Now, I can see from the comments that many of you are waiting for the reveal of our mystery destinations in the Great Coffee Break treasure hunt, and we will be getting to that very soon, I promise. But for now, just before then, let's turn our attention to two of our courses which have developed significantly in the last year. First of all, we've been publishing lessons in our Coffee Break Portuguese course throughout 2024. In Coffee Break Portuguese, you can pick up the language as a complete beginner and learn to use Portuguese in practical situations, whether you have Portuguese-speaking friends or colleagues or want to visit a Portuguese-speaking area of the world. The course is presented by our Portuguese teacher, Rafael, who's from São Paulo in Brazil, and he's joined by Catarina, a native of Lisbon, Portugal. Together, they're teaching our learner, Eva, whom you've just met, as she builds her confidence in Portuguese, and you can learn along with her. In lessons 31 to 40, the final section of this level of the course, which we're publishing at the moment, you can join Eva in Portugal as she practices what she's learned in the course. And with the final lessons of our Level 1 course being published in the next few weeks, there's now a full 40-lesson course ready and waiting for you if you've always wanted to learn this beautiful language. Coffee Break Portuguese is available in the Coffee Break Academy. In addition to Portuguese, we also launched our first course in Scottish Gaelic over the past year. And over the past 40 lessons, I've had the pleasure of learning Gaelic with Susanna, our teacher. Now, I didn't speak a word of Gaelic before we started, and I can't believe how much I've learned in the course. My name's Mark, it's Misha Mark, and I am a Gaelic learner like you, Hamia Gyunsilchuk Gaelic. And in our course, Coffee Break Gaelic, we're going to be learning with our expert teacher, Susanna, who will teach us the basics of Gaelic, how to use the language, and everything will be in the style of a coffee break. It's like going for a cup of coffee with your friend who happens to be an expert in the language. Now, Gaelic is a beautiful language, and it's a language rich in history, rich in culture, and it is spoken in beautiful places like this on the island of Harris in the Western Isles of Scotland. Before I started Coffee Break Gaelic, I only knew one or two words, but now I can use the language with confidence, and I can recognise the vocabulary that we've been learning in place names as I travel around Scotland. It's a beautiful language, it's a great course, why not come and join us? Visit coffeebreakgaelic.com to find out all you need to know. Cirindrasta! Living in Scotland, we see Gaelic often, whether it's on road signs, in the press or on TV, and I feel that taking the course with Susanna has unlocked the language for me completely. In the final segment of the course, we're working through a series of postcards from different areas of Scotland which have been sent to us by Iona, another Gaelic-speaking member of the team. I've loved discovering new parts of Scotland and putting my Gaelic to the test. The final lessons of the Level 1 course will be published in the run-up to the holidays, and you can find Coffee Break Gaelic in the Coffee Break Academy. Now, here is what I think many of you have been waiting for. We launched our latest mini-series, The Great Coffee Break Treasure Hunt, just a week ago. And over the past week, we've been broadcasting episodes of this on our podcast feeds for French, German, Spanish and Italian. And spoiler alert, if you've not taken part, perhaps you should mute the next few minutes of this video or go and make a coffee, and I'll let you know when it's safe to unmute. The Coffee Break team hid clues in various places across Europe, and hundreds of thousands of you have joined me in a virtual treasure hunt over the past week. It's now time to reveal the mystery destinations. So our first clue took us 1,600 kilometres or 1,000 miles from Glasgow all the way to a city known for its masks and water, and where St Mark watches with his lion. And that was, of course, Venice. For our second checkpoint, we travelled north to a city known for beer, a festival in the 10th month of the year, and an English garden. So that was Munich. Now, our third clue was a tricky one. We travelled southwest from Munich to a city in the south of France, and our clues pointed to a city that was famous for its soap, for fish, and also for an island fort. But the giveaway clue was the guardian watching over the city, referring to the Basilica of Notre-Dame de la Garde in Marseille. And that leads us to our final clue. After a journey of over 2,300 miles or 3,800 kilometres, we have arrived at the fourth checkpoint on our treasure hunt, in a city filled with music and dance, with sun-kissed oranges and a square from a distant galaxy. Bienvenidos a Sevilla. Welcome to Seville. Now, this is indeed a square from a distant galaxy because this was featured in one of the Star Wars films, and this is where the Coffee Break Spanish team told me to come to look for our treasure. So let's go and find it. So here we have the treasure that we've been searching for all over Europe. Let's take a look at what it says. So it appears that our treasure is an ancient recipe for the perfect coffee break. Let's take a look. First, draw forth a cup of fragrant steam, crafted well as in an ancient dream. With each new day, this right return, for in such habits peace we earn. Seek ye a place where calm doth reign, and walk with pace through street or lane, with friends who share both cup and cheer, for learning thrives when others near. Within thy hand a tale to read, to stir the mind and fan thy need, let curiosity lead thee on, and venture far where peace is won. With guiding kin who share thy quest, a thirst for learning fills the breast. From trusted hands let knowledge grow, for through wise hearts the mind doth flow. Step by step each truth thou'lt gain, and thus the wisdom shall remain. These are the essences thou must find, to brew contentment for heart and mind. We really hope that you have enjoyed taking part in this treasure hunt along with us. And to find out if you are one of our lucky winners, stay tuned. For now, back to the studio. So congratulations to everyone who got the correct answers, and I can see from the chat that many of you did, so very well done. If you did get the correct answers, then basically you're all winners, because if you got the correct answers, you're going to be winning a month of our Coffee Break Club free, and that means you can enjoy all of the videos on there, over 1,300 video lessons, and you can work through them at your leisure. Well, during that first month anyway. But we have also some exciting news for 4 members of the Coffee Break community, because we are also giving away a complete collection of all our French courses on the Coffee Break Academy to, drumroll, Hussein S. Congratulations, Hussein. If you're watching, let us know in the comments. So that is our French winner, winning all of our French courses. Next up is our Italian winner, and that's La Legna T. So congratulations to La Legna. For our Spanish winner, congratulations go to Evelyn G. And finally, for our German winner, Congratulations to Glenn S. So well done to the 4 of you. We'll be in touch very soon with all the details on how you can access all of the materials that you've won. So that's our 4 special winners for French, Italian, German and Spanish. But of course, as I said, everyone who has completed the challenge correctly and identified those 4 cities has won a month's access to the Coffee Break Club. So of course, we would like to say congratulations. Okay, for anyone who muted the video to avoid a spoiler, it's now safe to unmute. Welcome back. So our treasure was an ancient recipe for the perfect coffee break. Let's revisit some of the aspects of this. In addition to the good coffee, the suggested ingredients included returning to the right every day. So just as engaging in a particular activity consistently is important to enjoy the perfect coffee break, it's also important in language learning. We are encouraged to walk to a place where calm doth reign, so finding a quiet place where we can enjoy our coffee and our language learning. But that experience can be enhanced by having others near, so engaging with a community is another of our key points. As we enjoy our coffee, it's curiosity which leads us on, and by exploring what the trusted hands have to offer, we can learn from the experts. The thirst for learning will fill us, and our knowledge will grow as we build our wisdom step by step. Our recipe suggested allowing curiosity to lead us as we venture far and evolve as learners. And within our hands, a tale would help to create the perfect coffee break, leading to contentment for heart and minds. So, in other words, we need to engage, explore, and evolve. And that's our job to help you do just that. I think it's about time we revealed the next steps for Coffee Break, and indeed the next steps for you in your learning. And we're going to begin with the Coffee Break Club. Since we launched the Coffee Break Club on Coffee Break TV, our learners have shared with us how much they enjoy the idea of taking regular lessons and moving forward every day, one step at a time. Consistent engagement is the key to satisfaction, and that's why we're excited to introduce a brand new feature on Coffee Break TV today. The club is all about doing a little learning every day, and to help you stay motivated into doing just that, we are introducing streaks for the first time. You can now track your daily progress and keep your streak simply by making sure you take a video lesson every day. Remember, some of the lessons just last a few minutes, so it's the perfect way to stay engaged. And with literally hundreds of videos to choose from in each language, you can build your knowledge of the language consistently, one coffee break at a time. So that's streaks, and you can start tracking your streak from today on the Coffee Break TV website and app. Okay, next up is a brand new type of video, which we've actually just released in the club. In Over to You, we are asking you to engage with the community by answering a simple question and contributing your thoughts, and of course, practicing your speaking skills at the same time. This just launched 2 weeks ago, but we're already loving watching the contributions of the community.
Bonjour et bienvenue à tous dans le club. Moi, c'est Hélène, and today I have something new for you. I'm gonna ask you a question in French, and I will ask you to post your answers. That's a chance for you to practice your speaking. Don't worry if you make any mistake, you're here to practice. So today's question is, quel temps fait-il chez vous?
¿Cuál era vuestro trabajo de ensueño cuando erais pequeños?
Per quale motivo imparate una lingua straniera?
Wohin geht ihr am liebsten in den Urlaub?
Os toca. Over to you.
Maintenant, c'est à votre tour. Over to you.
Also, jetzt seid ihr dran. Over to you.
Ma adesso tocca a voi. Over to you.
We're looking forward to your contributions, so it really is now over to you. One of the Coffee Break tutors in each language will post their question on Tuesdays, and it's over to you to answer by recording a quick video on your phone and sharing it with the wonderfully supportive Coffee Break community. Now, today's question is already on the community, and today we're looking forward to hearing why you are learning a language. It's over to you. We can't wait to see how you engage with these new elements of Coffee Break TV. But Coffee Break TV and the club are also about exploring the language in different ways. Next up, let's return to Walk, Talk and Learn. As Eva mentioned earlier, these have been some of our most popular videos on Coffee Break TV. So today I'm delighted to announce a brand new series in which we'll be sharing fascinating examples of grammar and idiomatic expressions with French videos filmed in Paris, Italian videos in Tuscany, German videos in the Salzkammergut and Vienna in Austria, and Spanish videos coming to you from Mexico City.
Hallo, bonjour, ciao a tutti.
Hola a todos y bienvenidos a otro episodio de Walk, Talk and Learn. This is where we walk around the town,
The mountains, the very noisy streets of Paris.
we talk about the language we see around us, and we hopefully all learn something. I've been doing a little bit of detective work on a particular sign that I have seen. It says,
Im weißen Rüssel am Wolfgangsee, da steht das Glück vor der Tür.
Te amo, te quiero, te adoro.
La chronique de Bridgerton.
Let's go back to the studio and find out more examples of this. Torniamo in studio.
Un tema muy interesante, Mar. Gracias por traerlo aquí.
It's normally used to refer to other similar things or to indicate that there are more items in a list without naming all these items.
Mon cousin est meilleur que moi. There is no definite article. There's no le. So then translates to better. Better than. Meilleur que moi. Better than me.
Das war's von mir und es geht zurück zu Marc und mehr interessanten Entdeckungen.
Danke, Thomas. Merci, Max.
Gracias, Annabel.
Grazie, Carolina. Und bis zum nächsten Mal. Happy Coffee Breaking.
And you'll not have to wait long for this. The new series of Walk, Talk and Learn in French, Italian, German and Spanish begins tomorrow on the Coffee Break Club. Sometimes learning a language is about investigating the structures of the language and dissecting sentences and words themselves to explore how the words function in a sentence. And the number one request we've had from learners is for more in-depth material on verbs. So we've decided to create a completely new type of lesson, introducing the VerbLab.
Here at Coffee Break Languages, we may not be scientists, but that doesn't mean that we don't love to examine and investigate. In each VerbLab video, we'll bring one verb into the lab for analysis. First, we'll examine it in detail, so that you learn how to conjugate it in different tenses. Then, we'll dissect some examples of it in context to consolidate your understanding, and even try a translation challenge or two. This is the perfect way to enhance your existing knowledge and explore verbs further. Best of all, you'll be able to repeat the verbs with the Coffee Break tutors, with the help of some music.
Bonjour et bienvenue dans le VerbLab. Moi, c'est Hélène et je suis heureuse de vous avoir avec moi aujourd'hui pour améliorer votre connaissance des verbes en français. Today's verb is aimer, to like. Alors c'est parti, nous allons entrer dans le laboratoire.
So, lass uns anfangen. Ich lerne. And that means I learn. Du lernst. You learn. Sie, es lernt. That meaning he, she, it learns. Wir lernen. We learn. Ihr lernt. You all learn. Sie lernen. They learn. And that's also the form that we use if we're addressing somebody in a formal way.
Now we are going to do our translation challenge. As always, you'll have 10 seconds, and the sentence is: Tomorrow we will talk about the future. 10 segundos. Y tiempo. The answer is mañana hablaremos del futuro or hablaremos sobre el futuro.
Benissimo. You know the drill now. Musica. Parlavo. Parlavi. Parlava. Parlavamo. Parlavate. Parlavano. Fantastico, ottimo lavoro.
Merci d'avoir regardé cette vidéo. I hope you liked it. Moi, c'est Hélène. À bientôt pour d'autres vidéos. Happy coffee breaking!
So there you have it. We hope you'll join us in the VerbLab to make those all-important verb conjugations a little more fun to learn.
Merci, Max. As you can see, we're already working on the VerbLab videos, and they'll be added to the Coffee Break Club early in 2025. Now, the theme of today's event is all about taking the next step. And to tell you about how we're taking yet another step with Coffee Break TV, here's Eva again.
The lessons on the Coffee Break Club are like nothing else out there. We've put together a collection of first-class video resources which provide variety, engagement, and solid learning. By using these lessons consistently, and now by tracking your streak, you'll begin to see some huge changes in your language acquisition. With a collection of lessons in your pocket, ready to use whenever you have a moment spare, we help you make it easier to move forward. But we wanted to push this idea even further. Research shows that adding habits onto existing routines makes it easier to stick to them. So, if you do something regularly, can you add language learning to this and so become even more effective in your learning? It has also been shown that people who learn in regular, consistent chunks are 17% more likely to retain information than those who learn more sporadically. And we've also been looking into the connection between movements and learning. A study published in Frontiers in Psychology in 2019 found that exercise can improve vocabulary acquisition by 20%. With increased blood flow and oxygen to the brain during physical activity, there is further support for the cognitive processes essential to language learning. So, what does all of this mean for our next step here at Coffee Break? Introducing Step by Step, a brand new audio series in the Coffee Break Club.
Hola, I'm Pablo, and I'm delighted you've joined me on today's walk to help you practice and improve your Spanish, step by step, paso a paso. In this section, I'd like you to look around and tell me, in Spanish, what you can see. For example, where I am now, veo un árbol. I see a tree. Next up, we're going to do some listening comprehension. Ready? Listen carefully as I tell you about one of my friends who recently went to Chile. Now, let's talk about our daily routine. Copy the structure I use to answer the question, what time do you get up? Normalmente, yo me levanto a las 7. ¿Y tú? ¿A qué hora te levantas?
Me levanto a las 8.
Muy bien, bien hecho. Time to practice your numbers. For the next 30 seconds, try counting your steps as you walk. Let's start from 63, ¿vale? 63, 64, 65. That's it for today's walk. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you'll be back soon to continue practicing your Spanish step by step. Muchísimas gracias y happy coffee breaking!
With Step by Step, every walk becomes a chance to learn. There will be lessons or workouts lasting 10, 15, 20 and 30 minutes. So whether you're listening on a walk through the park or you're catching up on your household chores, you can make language learning a part of it. Step-by-step lessons are audio only, so simply start the lesson in the Coffee Break TV app, put your phone in your pocket, and focus on what's around you as you listen and learn. We'll be launching step-by-step in January, so your New Year resolutions can include your language fitness, as you make every walk a language learning journey. Now, back to Mark.
Thanks, Eva. We think that step-by-step is the perfect way to explore your environment and the language you're learning at the same time. We've seen how we'll help you engage with the language and the community, and we've introduced 3 new series to deepen your exploration. Now let's take a look at how our language learning journey can evolve even further. Do you remember in the recipe for the perfect coffee break that we were encouraged to travel far? Well, for our next announcement, we're heading east.
皆さん、こんにちは。私はちえです。My name is ちえ。
私は Mark です。My name is Mark.
私は皆さんの日本語の先生です。I'll be your Japanese language teacher.
私はコーヒーブレイクジャパニーズの学生です。
そうですね。
I'm going to be learning with all of you.
That's right, Mark-san. And you know, I've been teaching Japanese for so many years, and I've been so excited to start this coffee break Japanese.
And I have been wanting to learn Japanese all my life, so I'm delighted to be involved in this project. Chie-san, what are we going to be learning in Coffee Break Japanese?
So we will learn to use Japanese in so many different situations, such as making friends, traveling, ordering food and drinks, and lots more.
And of course, Coffee Break Japanese is like all our courses, because we'll not just be learning a series of words and phrases, we'll be learning how the language works, and also about Japanese culture too.
そうですね. That's right.
Chie-san, how would I say I'm really looking forward to it all?
In Japanese.
Yeah.
すごく楽しみです。
すごく楽しみです。
That's right. すごく楽しみです。
For all the information about Coffee Break Japanese, head to coffeebreakjapanese.com.
皆さん、ありがとう。さようなら。
さようなら。Over the past few months, we've been putting together Coffee Break Japanese, and we're really excited to be launching this in January 2025. The Coffee Break Japanese course will be available on the Coffee Break Academy, and there will also be a free podcast available wherever you get your podcasts. For more information, head to coffeebreaklanguages.com/Japanese. Okay, for our final announcement today, we're returning to the first 4 Coffee Break languages we launched: Spanish, French, German, and Italian, our 4 biggest languages. In addition to the intermediate content that we're adding for these 4 languages in the Coffee Break Club, we've also been developing some great new content for upper intermediate learners. Here's Thomas to tell you a little more about this announcement.
Danke, Mark. We wanted to embrace the spirit of within thy hand a tale to read. So we've crafted 4 brand new courses centered around engaging stories. These courses, called Scenes from the Coffee Break Cafe, invite learners to become a customer in the cafe, witnessing all that goes on each day in a cafe set in the country where the language is spoken, following the everyday interactions and vibrant moments that unfold there.
Es ist ein üblicher Dienstagmorgen in Ernas Café am Stadtpark. Ich schaue verträumt aus dem Fenster, während hinter mir die Kaffeemaschine schon dampft und brummt. In genau 1 Minute wird Heinz durch die Tür hereinspazieren. Heinz wohnt im Gebäude gegenüber und ist pünktlicher als die Nachrichten. Er kommt jeden Morgen um genau 8 Uhr zu uns, bestellt seinen schwarzen Filterkaffee mit einem Schuss Milch und setzt sich an den kleinen Tisch in der Ecke.
Como cada jueves por la tarde, han venido al bar mis chicos de oro. Así llamo al grupo de personas mayores que viene asiduamente. Son Matías y Francisco, y Antonio y José con sus esposas, Margarita y Nati. Llevan más tiempo que yo trabajando en el bar, viniendo casi a diario, y esto no sería igual sin ellos. Si muchos me consideran a mí mamá Isabel o tía Isa, ellos son, sin duda, los abuelos de esta gran familia.
Le grand jour est arrivé car aujourd'hui c'est la fête de Village sans âge. Je crois qu'il n'y a jamais eu autant de monde dans notre village. Il y a bien évidemment des jeux et des spectacles et tout se passe dans une ambiance de fête, comme pour un carnaval ou un marché de Noël. Nous avons installé un stand sur une partie de la terrasse et toute l'après-midi, Fifi fait des ateliers de cocktails sans alcool délicieux à base de fruits frais.
Dopo aver pagato, i 2 liceali se ne sono andati mano nella mano. Guardandoli uscire, mi sono fermata a pensare a quante persone qui al bar hanno condiviso dei bei momenti con me, anche senza saperlo. Ascoltare le loro storie e, in un certo senso, poterne far parte è la cosa più bella di questo lavoro. Il caffè di Tullio non è solo il mio bar, ma è il centro di questa bellissima comunità.
Scenes from the Coffee Break Cafe will launch in spring 2025. Each language will have a different story with different characters, and by following the 10 chapters of the course, you will experience the language in authentic contexts. You can look forward to comprehensive notes accompanying our usual high-quality audio and video resources. We are really enjoying putting these courses together, and we think you are going to love them. For now, zurück ins Studio.
Danke, Thomas. As Thomas said, scenes from the Coffee Break Cafe will be launching in the spring for upper intermediate French, Italian, German and Spanish learners. Wow, what a day it has been. We've announced the winners of the Great Coffee Break Treasure Hunt 2024, and congratulations again. We've introduced the Streaks function on Coffee Break TV. We've launched a new set of Over to You videos, allowing you to engage with the community. We're helping you explore the language further with new Walk, Talk and Learn videos launching tomorrow, and with the VerbLab and Step by Step coming in the new year. We've confirmed the 10th Coffee Break language, Japanese, starting in January 2025. And you can look forward to brand new intermediate courses, scenes from the Coffee Break Cafe, in spring 2025. Earlier, we uncovered the ancient recipe for the perfect coffee break. And we hope that all of the new and exciting developments here at Coffee Break Languages that we've announced today take us one step closer to being able to provide you with the perfect coffee break and the perfect source of language learning to accompany your morning cappuccino or your afternoon espresso. Now, behind all of this new content is a great team with whom I have the pleasure of working every day. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of them for their hard work and enthusiasm, both in bringing today's event together and, of course, in the creation of all of this new content. And of course, I would like to thank you, the Coffee Break community, for all of your enthusiasm in everything that we do and for keeping watching our content and learning with us. So as we come to the end of this event, what are your next steps? First of all, if you have a question, please post it in the chat and I'll answer these in just a moment. Secondly, and perhaps most importantly, remember to sign up to our newsletter if you've not already done so, as we'll be sending out a summary of everything that we've shared today, later on, or tomorrow perhaps. Just go to coffeebreaklanguages.com/newsletter to sign up to receive this. Now, we're just about to move into our Q&A session. As we've been going through the announcements, we've seen that there are quite a number of comments and questions, and I'm looking forward to answering them now, or at least after I get a little water. I hope that you are as excited to be taking the next steps with your learning, and we are honoured to be taking that next step with you. I'll be back in just a moment. I hope that you have found everything that we have been announcing today exciting, and from the chat and from the comments I can see that you have. It's been very much kind of telling you lots and lots of information, but at this point I am now going to address some of the questions and some of the comments that you've been sending. First of all, looking first of all at the Japanese comments, so many of you are very, very happy to be able to learn Japanese along with me and our wonderful teacher Chie. So Seth is saying, I've been waiting so long for this language, so happy. What else do we have? General Kenobi saying, a lot of exciting new things coming from my favourite language series. We're finally doing a language I've always wanted to learn, so excited, so are we. Bridget has been saying, been thinking about visiting Japan, so it will be super useful and different enough from Spanish to properly learn at the same time. Fantastic. So we're so excited to be launching that, along with all of the new other materials like our scenes, episodes, and all the new content in the club. Talking of that, Barbara's asking, will all these brilliant additions be included of my monthly subscription? So when it comes to the club, so that's the Over to You content, the Streaks feature that we've announced, the VerbLab videos, and also the step-by-step videos, or the audio rather for step-by-step, all of that is included within your club subscription. And of course, if you have successfully identified those 4 cities over the past week when we've been doing the Great Treasure Hunt, then you can also enjoy a month of trying the club. Now, we should say that VerbLab and Step by Step aren't coming until the new year. So Step by Step is coming in January and VerbLab a little later than that. But of course, all of the existing content is already in the club, all 1,350 videos or something like that. So hope that answers your question, Barbara. Theodore is asking, when will you launch Coffee Break Polish? Well, stay tuned, and perhaps next year we might have an announcement along those lines. Maria is asking, any chances of having a Swedish club soon? So we've not mentioned Swedish today, but we do have some Swedish content that we're working on for later next year, and that will be for intermediate learners in Swedish. But we don't at this stage plan to include Swedish in the club. Carol's asking, when will the upper intermediate German course be offered? So this is our scenes course, scenes from the Coffee Break German Cafe, and of course the Coffee Break French Cafe, the Spanish and Italian cafes. These are going to be coming in the springtime, so you can look forward to that. That's springtime, Northern Hemisphere. Bridget's saying, if we're already a member of the club, do we still qualify for the free month? So the free month, if you answered those 4, or if you identified the 4 mystery locations correctly, then yes, you do. What you need to do if you're an existing member is wait for an email that we're going to send you out. When you get that email, we'll ask you to fill in a form just to confirm the email address for your club membership, and then we'll extend manually your club membership. So if you got the 4 mystery locations correct, then you will indeed get a free 1 month of the club. Sidesh is asking, how can you avail of the 1 month free content? So again, wait for an email. We'll be sending out an email. I think they're due to go out later this afternoon, and those will give you all the information about how you get your month free. Let me scroll back a little because I don't want to miss any of the comments or questions. So Joseph's asking, in fact, 2 questions from Joseph. Are there plans for further Gaelic courses, and are there Gaelic videos available on Coffee Break TV? So Joseph, if you're already a member of the Coffee Break Gaelic course on the Academy, if you've bought the course on the Academy, then you can access the videos for that course on the Coffee Break TV app, and those are the videos for each lesson, and also our vlog videos as I've been travelling around all of the different parts of Scotland putting my Gaelic to the test. So those are in Coffee Break TV. Now they're not part of the Coffee Break Club, because the Coffee Break Club is a separate entity that exists within Coffee Break TV. So the club is where you have access to the French, Italian, German and Spanish short videos that we've mentioned, but the Gaelic videos are slightly separate because they are part of the Academy courses that are also available within the club. At this stage, we've got a few more lessons of Gaelic to go in level 1, and those are coming in the next few weeks. So there's still more Gaelic content coming. Paula asked, do you have any plans for Coffee Break Japanese? I'm going in 2026. Well, Paula, great news. As you know, you'll be able to learn Japanese next year, and you'll be ready for your trip in 2026. Geraldine is asking, I love the Verb Fix. Where is it now? Well, the Verb Fix was a show that we did years ago with French verbs, and basically we've converted that, or we've kind of recreated it in a video format for the club, and that's what we announced today with the VerbLab. Let's see what else we've got. I think I've answered these. Carol's question. Nathan's saying, maybe please get a German masterclass. I think you will have a lot of interest. So we've not announced a German masterclass yet. That may be something that we will add in the future. But I do think as a German learner, you will really, really enjoy our scenes from the Coffee Break German Cafe. You get a little flavour of it there. It is text-based, so you'll be reading these stories along with, of course, ourselves as the learners and the teachers in the course. And so you'll be able to enjoy that and build your German vocabulary at that interesting intermediate level, upper intermediate indeed. Liliana is saying, will it also be a Japanese podcast? Yes, so we've got the course in the Academy and a free podcast version of Coffee Break Japanese, so you can look forward to that. Joanna saying, thank you for language practice exercise suggestions. Tomorrow I shall learn Spanish during my daily walk in the park. Fantastic, Joanna. And of course, come January, then you'll be able to do your daily walk with Coffee Break content and with your with the new step-by-step show that will be coming then. Lily Smith is asking, where do you sign up for the Friday newsletter? If you go to coffeebreaklanguages.com/newsletter, perhaps the team could post that in the comments, and then that way you'll be able to go there and choose the language or languages that you're learning. And of course, you'll also get the Monday newsletter too. Let's have a quick look to see. Raising the bar. Do you plan to run any in-person events with workshops, etc.? Possibly. We've not got any in the pipeline at the moment, but that is definitely something that we are considering. It would is the kind of thing that it's difficult to identify a location for that, and taking the whole team to a different location can be quite a challenge. But we are definitely looking into ideas along those lines. So again, stay tuned to the Monday and the Friday emails to find out all the latest information. Liliana saying, congratulations to the winners and thanks to the Coffee Break team. This was fun. Well, I would like to echo that and say congratulations to the winners as well. And we hope that our 4 winners are delighted with their courses. I saw that I think Hussein is watching, so fantastic. Bravo, Hussein. And the other winners hopefully will see this a little later on. Maria, thank you very much, Coffee Break Languages. All the material is brilliant. Thank you very much, Maria. Jane is asking for Coffee Break Arabic. Again, not yet, but stay tuned. Who knows what will be coming in the future. let me see. So one other question here. Deborah's asking, will you have any Norwegian courses? We do, like with Arabic too. We've got a very basic course in Introduction to both Arabic and Norwegian called 1 Minute Arabic, 1 Minute Norwegian. And these are available on YouTube for free. Talking of YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube and not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and of course hit the little bell icon that appears to be updated when we post new content on YouTube. And we're broadcasting today on the Coffee Break Languages YouTube channel. So we also have Coffee Break French, German, Spanish and Italian YouTube channels and a Coffee Break English YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to the particular channel for the language that you're interested in. Norwegian, we've got 1 Minute Norwegian too. That's available on YouTube. But again, in terms of a Coffee Break Norwegian, watch this space. Hopefully at some point we will be able to add lots of different languages. Paul is asking, are you considering any live group online discussion? Well, actually, live online discussions are part of our Masterclass courses and our guided learning course for La penúltima voluntad. So those are already happening. And as I said earlier, if you happen to be an advanced Spanish learner, Paul, you may well be interested in our new cohort of La penúltima voluntad that's starting in the new year. And you can join the online discussions about that there. I want to reiterate my thanks. Thank you so much for joining us today because it has been a big day. It's a big day for the team. This is the product of an awful lot of work and the whole team has been involved in putting obviously the content together that we've been telling you about, like the VerbLab, the step-by-step videos, and all of our new courses like Coffee Break Japanese, Scenes, and so on. But also many members of the team have played a key role in putting this event together, and I would like to thank them very much indeed. Most of them are upstairs, and we're now going to have a little bit of a party to celebrate the launch of all of this new content. Of course, the biggest thanks go to you, our faithful Coffee Break community. We very much appreciate all of the support and the enthusiasm that you give us all the time for language learning in general and, of course, all of our content. Please keep watching, keep listening, keep learning, and, of course, happy coffee breaking.